Okay, let's be real. Have you ever had this huge, important goal, but you find yourself picking the cozy comfort of right now instead? You know that feeling, that little voice that says, I'll do it tomorrow. We all face it. So today, we're going to unpack exactly why we fall into this procrastination trap. And more importantly, we'll look at a really simple but powerful way to get ourselves out of it. Let's jump right in.
Believe it or not, there's actually a word for this kind of behavior. It's improvident. A bit of a fancy word, but basically it just means making a choice that feels good in the moment without really thinking about what it means for the future. It's that habit that's super satisfying right now, but in the long run, it's just not practical for getting us where we actually want to go.
I mean, come on, who hasn't been in this exact spot? It's the end of a really long day, you know you should probably hit the treadmill, but that couch? That couch is just calling your name. And maybe there's some ice cream in the freezer too. That single decision right there, that's the perfect picture of this internal tug of war we're talking about.
So what is actually going on inside our heads when we make these choices? Well, it all boils down to something called the instant gratification trap.
And look, this isn't about being lazy or having no willpower. It's actually a supernatural response. When we're stressed out or just totally overwhelmed, our brain is literally wired to look for a quick hit of something good to feel better. And treating yourself every now and then, totally fine. The real danger kicks in when that little treat becomes the only tool in your toolbox for dealing with stress.
And it's such a slippery slope. It starts so innocently, right? You have one tough day, so you grab a little reward to feel better. Then the next time you're stressed, well, you do it again. And pretty soon that becomes your new normal. And before you even realize what's happening, that little treat isn't really a choice anymore. It's become an automatic crutch that you just lean on without even thinking about it.
All right, so if we can see this pattern happening, why is it so darn hard to stop? Well, it turns out the biggest battle isn't out there somewhere. It's right inside our own heads.
A lot of the time, we get set in our ways. And even when people who care about us try to step in, we might just tune them out. That little procrastination voice in our heads, it can be so powerful. It's always whispering, oh, I'll start the diet tomorrow, or the gym next week for sure. And here's the absolute key. Change can't be forced on you. It has to come from inside. You have to be the one who truly wants it.
Now, one really powerful strategy to help with this is to just manage your environment. Seriously, if you surround yourself with people you admire, people who already have the habits you want, their influence can be an absolute game changer. It kind of naturally creates those outside checks and balances that we all need sometimes.
But what if you need something more immediate? Like a mental switch you can just flip the second you feel yourself starting to slip back into that old habit. Well, this brings us to a really cool and powerful idea, the disruptor.
So a disruptor is pretty much exactly what it sounds like. It's a simple, healthy action that you decide on ahead of time. And its whole job is to interrupt an unhealthy habit right when it's starting. The second you feel that old urge creeping in, bam, you deploy your disruptor and break the cycle before it even starts.
And I know what you might be thinking right now. Wait, a walk? A quick workout? That's it? And yeah, it sounds so straightforward that it's almost silly. But that's exactly where its power is hiding, in its simplicity. It's something you can do right now with zero friction to completely change your state of mind.
Let's look at it side by side. With the old habit, your trigger is feeling stressed, and your automatic response is that quick fix reward. Now with a disruptor, the trigger is exactly the same. You still feel stressed, but you've made a conscious choice to swap out the response. So instead of reaching for the comfort food, you go for that walk. See? You're not trying to fight the feeling of stress, you're just changing what you do next.
So this all brings us to one last really important question to ask ourselves about all these little daily choices we make. Are those little shortcuts we take, are they actually making our lives easier, or are they secretly creating a much longer, more difficult path for us down the road?
And there's a quote that just captures this perfectly. Today's shortcut might be tomorrow's detour. Wow. I mean, that really says it all, doesn't it? It's just such a powerful reminder that there's often a hidden cost to taking the easy way out. Because that's really the trade-off we're making, isn't it? That choice to skip the workout or eat the junk food or put off that big project, man, it feels like a shortcut to comfort in the moment. But later on, down the road, it ends up costing us way more in terms of our health, our energy, and even just our peace of mind.
So, I want to leave you with this one question.
And look, this is not about a massive life overhaul overnight. Not at all. It's about one small, simple choice. So what is one little healthy disruptor that you can have in your back pocket, ready to go for the next time you feel that pull of an old habit? Just think about it. Because that one tiny change, it really can make all the difference in the world.